and welcome to the 6th episode of Knit the Books.
Good morning.
We're finally back. It is a lovely fall morning in Cookeville, Tennessee.
It is. The leaves are starting to turn, and my ride home, my commute is getting gorgeous. I wish now there is a street that I cut down to get to Highway 109, which leads to I-40. That's kind of is a little bit shortcut from leaving work. And I have noticed this week there's this huge tree in this yard, and half of it's red and half of it's green. And yesterday when I came back by, it was like 3/4 red and a little bit green. And I thought, oh, how neat that would have been to have taken pictures every afternoon to watch the progression. So this is my favorite time of year. I love the colors. Everybody that knows me knows the yarn about knows I love the colors. So I hope everyone's doing well. We've missed being here for a few weeks.
Yeah, we've just had some trouble getting together, but we're here today, and thanks for staying with us.
Yes.
Oh, and I'm Allie.
And I am Vicki. Sorry.
No, you're fine. It's hard to remember order of things when you don't do it regularly.
Yep.
Murray's here. I'm sure he'll pop up and down every now and then.
He's come to visit his mamies.
He's under the laptop right now, so I'm trying to watch him to make sure it doesn't move or anything. But, yeah, so it's been a while.
It has been a while. We've celebrated 2 birthdays.
Mm-hmm.
And, but it's been a good break. Nobody's been sick. It's just been busy and not being able to get the time.
Yeah. So, before we get started with our mess, I wanted to first thank Rachel from the, I want to make sure I do this right, Knit, Dye, Read audio podcast. She gave us a shout out a couple of episodes of hers ago. I think it was 4 or 5 maybe. I really like that podcast. She's the dyer behind Diabolical.
Oh.
So she'll talk a lot about like her knitting, but then she talks a lot about her dyeing process too. It's really interesting. And then of course about books. So it's an audio podcast. I really like that one.
Have to find that one.
Yes, I will. And it'll be linked in the show notes. There will be show notes this episode. And I also wanted to thank the ladies from SoFlo, because they have a new podcast called In the Bag.
Oh,
they do it once a month, and they gave us a shout out because they were talking about hats for kiddos, which we'll talk about at the end of the podcast. I just wanted to say thank you guys.
Yes, thank you very much. We appreciate it.
They are a video podcast on YouTube, and they podcast once a month.
I need to start doing a better job of watching.
I'm bad about it too, especially because we've been so busy lately. So my stepdad's upstairs, and Murray can hear him, but he doesn't know that's what he can hear. So he's like, "What's going on?" Well, do you have any finished objects?
I do, and I'm so excited. It's a hats for kiddos.
Oh, that's so cute. What kind of yarn is that? Did you not grab the tag?
I didn't grab the tag.
Can I grab it?
No, because the other one of it is probably upstairs.
Oh, okay.
So she will link it. It's some that somebody had on sale online, and I ordered this one in another color, just especially for hats for kiddos. And this is my first one, and I love Allie's little simple, the rolled brim, and I actually am going to cast on a second one after a while. And I think I'm going to go, Scott has to work, so I'm going to go, I think, rent me a movie.
Oh, that sounds good.
And work on a hat for kiddo.
Well, I left my finished object at home.
What'd you have?
I finished my Pure Joy.
Oh.
And it's really pretty. And it's at home. I picked the bag up. No, it's not in the car. I would have noticed it because I just went to the car. So apparently I left it at home. Because I don't know if you saw me unpack my bag. I brought a lot of stuff.
That's okay.
No, I'm not ashamed. I'm just saying I brought a lot of stuff.
I'm glad you did, because I don't have a lot of stuff.
I'll bring that next time.
And maybe I'll have a couple more hats for kiddos, because this is a quick knit.
Mm-hmm. And I don't have a pattern. It's just what I do for the rolled brim, and I sent it to Mom so she could have it.
But I actually love it.
I do 64 or 68 stitches on worsted weight. He's going upstairs. Okay. And I knit just straight. So it was a rolled brim for about 4 inches, and then I do decreases. So
I think I went about 4.5.
Mm-hmm. I like to do different lengths. That way it'll be different sizes.
I think I'm going to do the
but
68 next time.
Excuse me. What I like about the rolled brim, is they can wear them longer, because if it's too long, you can just roll it up more, and then the older they get,
they can roll it.
That's why
neat.
That's why I do it a little bit longer than I probably should, because I mean, honestly, this could almost fit. Like I said, almost. Okay.
Well, because I had thought about doing. Murray has found Scott.
Murray found my stepdad, and he loves him. So you might hear some wiggles and whining in a minute. I also finished my baby blanket. I don't have it with me because I gifted it to her. I
hear him running.
I do too. He's excited. I wish I had weighed the yarn before I started knitting. And that way it would have just been that one color. But luckily I had, because it was rainbow colors. I don't know if you guys remember, but it was rainbow colors. And I found, so I finished the baby blanket, and like I said, it had the rainbow. And I found a scrap from Knit Picks. I think they might have been the first socks I made for you. It's blue, white, and gray. So I was like, oh, that looks like the sky. So I did that till I ran out, and I still had a good chunk left. So I found a mini skein from Rock and String that was bright yellow.
Looks like the sun.
So like the sun. And I gifted it to her. She loves it. So hopefully, maybe when the baby gets here in about a month, maybe I can get a baby wrapped in the blanket picture. If she doesn't care, maybe I can post it on Ravelry.
Yeah.
So, but she was really excited about it, which made me very happy.
I need to find, next week when we go to Fiber in the Borough, one of the girls that works with me is pregnant and is due in February, and she found out this week it was a little girl. She had thought all along it was going to be a boy. And her husband, he's kind of on the fence. He actually wanted another little girl. She really doesn't care. And they've got a little girl that's 3. And they took her with them for the reveal. And Peyton said, I'm going to go see my sister. And she said, but it could be a brother. She said, no, it's a sister. And when they told her, she said, I told you it was a sister.
Precious.
It was precious. But I want to make her one using that same pattern. And those are the colors. She's going to go, she's been looking on Pinterest, and she found some balloons. I didn't look to see where she found them at, because I really need to find the photo. But it was like corals and mints.
So
and
similar colors.
So I want to do her one, so we can look for some.
Yeah, we'll do that, because that'll be fun. Do you have any other finished objects?
No, I don't.
All right.
I'm getting closer on my sock.
Well, show us your socks. We'll do whips now.
Oh, that's right, because you forgot yours.
Yeah.
See, I'm getting down on that foot.
I like your bag.
Yes, that's a Whimsy Stitches bag. Isn't it cute?
Show them how you wear it. It's one of his newer bags, so you can
you could put it on your arm and just knit from it all you want. Of course, I've got it tangled right now. I'll have to fix it.
I have one over there that you guys will see soon. That will be what I take with me to Fiber in the Borough next week.
And then this, of course, is my wet shawl 4.
Yep, we both started our way.
We both started those. I don't know.
That's out of Miss
Babs.
Wait. Go back to the socks.
Okay.
We're too excited. So the yarn is
Neely's Knits, and I don't know.
Speed it up a little.
Speed it up a little.
I have to think, because I know it's a quote from the I Love Lucy.
Yeah, the I Love Lucy yarn. There's the heel, and then I've got some more for the toe.
Do you have your finished sock? No, we can show the one sock. So here's what it looks like finished. I'm pretty sure we've shown it, but just in case we haven't. I love how she coordinates
her heels
with a heel and toe.
Yeah.
Hi, Murray. You might hear some panting.
Yeah, because we've been upstairs
playing with Pa. Okay, so now
and this is my way at 4, and I'm in the middle of a row, so I'm not going to pull it all the way out.
She was knitting.
I was knitting when they pulled up.
That looks so pretty.
It is so pretty,
and the colors are showing up great on the camera.
I know.
Do you remember what color that is?
It's in here.
Oh, okay.
I do have it.
Because I don't have the tag for mine. I apparently threw it away.
It is Moonlight Stroll.
From Miss Babs.
Very
pretty. And the bag?
Pretty. And the bag is a fat squirrel bag. Love her bags. So cute.
Very cute.
I would like to learn how to make some bags.
We'll have to get
a new sewing machine.
Well, we have one that you got for us.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe.
It's a cute bag.
This is from Twist Fiber Studio. It's a little drawstring bag, and I started this one last night.
That is very cute.
This is going to be an Oceana hat. I did not write down the designer's name, but I will link it.
Ooh, that's a pretty color.
With Unwind Yarn Company's Till Timber. It's fingering weight, so I'm holding it double. As you can see, I've done like 3 rows. This is a really pretty hat, though. I think I've showed it to you. It has like X's all throughout it. And I thought this would be really pretty.
That would be really. That's beautiful yarn. I want to see more yarn.
Yeah, I can take the yarn out.
Oh my gosh, that's gorgeous.
This is Till Timber.
That's for. Is that one of her ovarian cancer colors?
Yes. I just went blank too, but yes. I've had it in the stash for a while, so I'm very happy to be knitting on it. But like I said, I just started
coordinated.
I didn't mean to, but yeah, I did. Because I grabbed a different bag to put it in, and then I saw this one and it was empty, and I was like, well, at least it's blue.
Mm-hmm.
You know, then I'll know which ones. And then in my Whimsy Stitches bag, Mom has the small, mine's a medium.
Yes, I want one that size.
And I want one that's a small, so. But
I
love
it. Fiber
I know, that's why we're going to Fiber.
That is.
I love this Halloween fabric.
I
thought it was super cute. And then the inside is black with orange polka dots.
Isn't that cute?
I love it. So I have in here a pair of socks that I started. And I'll be curious to see how this shows up. And it's a mess. Here, I got it.
You got it?
Thank you.
Oh, that's pretty yarn.
I bought Daniela Caffeinated Gert. And I bought a bunch of mini skeins from Knitting and Color at SSK to do socks. And Daniela was nice enough while she was on bed rest from her leg to wind up my mini skeins for me. And she did the magic knot for me because I've never tried it. And so
she's going to show me.
She's going to show us how to do it one day. And I decided, because even though she split the mini skeins up, there's still like huge sections because Sarah's mini skeins she's very generous in them, which I love. But I didn't want those huge sections, so I decided to stripe them. So this is, I think, Ain't It Fun? And this is, I think, MLP. So they're little stripes. So
I'll hold it for you.
Oh, thank you. And that's why it's a mess in here. So here's this one.
Okay, super cute.
And then here is the other one.
Oh, yeah, I like that you're striping them.
So I think that'll be fun.
It's going to make a neat sock.
Mm-hmm. So and it's super fun. I love Sarah's yarn. I love her dyeing technique. I love her color sense. I love Sarah.
What color? What's the length of these?
I think they're 22s. They're too long.
Well, see, I think I could do it better with long ones than I can with the short ones because the short ones get in my way when I try to knit socks that way.
Oh, with the two?
Mm-hmm.
I don't mind it, but like if I'm at a table, like they'll hit the table, and that kind of gets on my nerves. But I've always bought that size for them, and I don't really know why.
Mm-hmm.
And
you made a mess later. Now. I did that too. So did you buy that one when he had, if you bought, that you got the stitch markers?
No, I bought that in the order before. Mm. Let's see, what else do I have over here? All right. And my Dawn, our good friend Dawn.
Isn't that cute?
For my birthday, sewed me this bag, and Daniela sewed me a bag too. I meant to bring it to show off.
Oh, you'll have to bring that one too.
I'm saving it for my next big project.
Mm-hmm.
It's fantastic. But this, I'll show this one.
That is so cute.
Very me. It's knot bag, so like whenever you're done, you just tie it in a little knot.
It's like a bento
or something.
Something like that.
I was trying to remember what the name of the style is, and I can't remember. So in here,
you got it.
Mm-hmm. This is
I can't wait to see
my hedgehog fibers and I think it's Miami Nights. I don't have the tag in here. I'm not very far on it. This is the 11sies pattern from the Apologetic Knitter. I've only done the first section. well, the startup in the first section. I love this pattern. This is going to be a Christmas gift, I think.
Love that too.
And I'm kind of nervous because it's technically less yarn than the pattern calls for. So we'll see. I might have to. I figured if nothing else, I'll get like a black for the bind off or something.
Oh, you could.
It'll bring in the black from here. But this is my little itty bitty start to it. She just released the pattern not that long ago. I love it. It's very fun. Garter stitch and eyelets. I love them.
Yeah, I've got my yarns
about a month
upstairs
ago.
that I had chosen for mine.
So, and like I said, I knit this in about, just like while watching a TV show is very addicting. I think it'll be a very fun pattern. I think it's going to look really cool in this.
I love that.
It's funny though, I picked up this bag and I was like, I don't even remember what's in this bag. So I started it a week ago, and like I said, I took a week off last week for my birthday, and I started it on one of those days.
Well, y'all may hear Murray snoring
He
now. He has passed out. Scott must wore him out upstairs.
I just have two more.
I
was about to say, I was like, I have more. So in my My Little Pony bag from Falula, aka
That's so cute.
Stitch Marks the Spot, I love this bag.
So
I
cute.
have my Yazaway shawl.
Oh, good. Yes. Oh, pretty.
So here's mine.
That's pretty.
And it has a lot of Leela hair.
You've been working on yours
Bon
quite a
pug.
bit.
Yeah, it's usually what I knit when we're like watching TV or something because it's very mindless. So.
It is mindless. I love it.
It's a Yowza's game, but I don't remember the colorway. Midnight something? Mystic something?
Look at the difference in our stitches.
What do you mean?
Mine look bigger.
I don't know if I'm using the right needles. I think I just grabbed what needles I had.
Oh, okay.
So that might be part of it. What needles are you using?
I don't know. Whatever it called for.
I think I'm using 7s. Yours should say on there.
Well, good luck seeing that.
You're using 8s. So yours would be a little bit bigger.
Mine would be a little bit bigger.
And I think it does say to use 8s, but like I said, I had 7s clear. So that's what I grabbed. But I love it. I love it. I think this is going to end up being a Christmas gift, too.
That'd be nice.
So we'll see.
I'm sniffing. I have Scentsy going over there, and it's starting to smell really good. I don't remember what scent of it is. She shared with me, but she said she put one of them in your birthday bag.
Oh, I don't remember. The two that she gave me 2 for my birthday, and I don't remember what either of them are, but they would not be colors that I would normally, or colors, scents that I would normally pick, but they were really nice.
So.
You did some caffeine, sorry guys. Alright, and last, in my SoFlo bag, I love this bag so much. I got this at Stitches this year. And I think it might be my favorite from them. I have my Shirsty Cat socks. Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
Oh, nothing. Never mind. Ignore the uh-oh. I'm on the cuff. I'm about 3 inches away from having a new pair of socks. My plan was, my goodness, it really blows out on there, doesn't it?
Yep, that's gorgeous.
My plan was to have these done by now, but I haven't felt like knitting my socks, which I realize is ridiculous, but I just haven't. I felt like knitting that Yazaway shawl, so that's what I've been knitting. So these will be done, hopefully, the next time we podcast. Because like I said, I'm going to take them to Sock Club tomorrow. And, because that's what I did at last Sock Club. I brought my Pure Joy, and that's the only thing I brought. And I finished it and then left. So I was like, okay, I got my goal done, so I'm gonna go home now.
I'm going to get a hat cast on.
That's good.
So I'm just knit on my hat.
Yeah, and I need to get some more hats done too. So I'm gonna take this tomorrow to work on it. I'm gonna take probably my Yowza to work on because this one won't take too long if I can just like sit there and focus for longer than 2 seconds. But I think this happens around the holidays where I cast on a bunch of things because I want to get things done for the holidays. And then I just get a little overwhelmed, and I just hop. Not overwhelmed in a bad way, but like I want to knit on everything, so I'm hopping. So, but that's all I have for knitting. So we'll do hats for kiddos now before we get to books. Hats for kiddos, and I've gotten a bunch of stuff.
Yes, thank you very much.
Thank you guys very, very much. I really, really appreciate it. We're at about, I think, 50 hats have been sent to us, and we were hoping between 250 and 300, and we have some left over from last year. I need to get out and count those. I think there's around 25, 30 maybe from last year. So, including those, we're close to 80. So, we're getting there. And I know there's a handful of you that said that you have some, you just haven't sent them in yet. That's fine. I'm not trying to rush you guys, but at the same time, I do want to kind of rush you because I'm giving the hats out on November 4th, so I would need the hats to me by November 3rd. If you can't get them to me, we'll do that for the prizes, because the first time we podcast in November, we're going to give out prizes. And I'm going to give out the hats on November 4th. If you're someone that's been knitting hats and you don't think you're going to get them in time, and you still want to send them in and not worry about prizes, just message me, because, I can still get the hats to people.
Yes.
And my plan will be, because there's a lot of local people that I could give more hats to if needed, if you guys want to send them late. But if you can get them in before then, that'd be great. But I understand some stuff happens, and if you need to be late, that's fine. You just won't be eligible for the prizes. Just let me know. And I think what I'm going to do, I don't have all the prizes. A lot of the prizes are, you'll contact the people and they'll, you get to pick something, or it's a digital prize. But the ones I do have, I'm going to give away a skein of handspun. One of the lovely ladies who sent hats sent in a prize, and it's beautiful, and it's soft, and it's squishy. So anything that I have that I can photograph for prizes, I think I'm going to do that and put in the thread in the next couple of days.
Oh, okay.
That way you guys can see some prizes. Oh, and I have 6 skeins of Knit Picks Wool to Andes in sport weight that I'll be giving away, because I bought them for a baby blanket and then realized that Knit Picks Wool to Andes sport weight is only wool, not superwash like I thought, so I had to order superwash in their regular worsted weight, and I have no need for the colors, so I'm just going to give them to somebody. So someone will get 6 little balls of that. So, that'll be a fun prize. So my loss is your gain.
Yeah, I'm going to go through my stash. I'm going to donate one of mine. More than likely it'll be fall colors, since I have so many that are almost like, but it will be pretty.
But thank you guys so much
I will try to do that.
for...
Bring it to Sock Club tomorrow,
that
so
sounds
you can...
good. Thank you guys so much for telling everyone about it, for sending in the hats, for offering prizes, and just being wonderful. We really, really appreciate it. We will do this again next year, because I've had a couple people ask. And next year we'll try and tell you guys about it sooner. I think this year we weren't sure if we were going to do it, and then it was getting heavy on my heart, so we announced it later than we have done it. We have in the past, so, Yeah. Next year I want to make sure to give you guys more than enough time, or more than enough notice, whereas this year I feel like I was late in announcing it, so.
I'm gonna try to at least get 2 more done. And then what yarns?
I love it.
Don't you love it?
That's super cute.
I'm gonna try to knit throughout the year.
That's my plan too. Because I have all my...
it would be easy to keep one going all the time.
Exactly. Yeah, and that's my plan for next year too. And I've got all my scraps together now, so it'll be easier. All my scraps that I know that will be good for, the ones that are superwash, the ones that are acrylic, things like that. The ones that I know that will work for the hats. So I think they'll be easier to do that next year.
I sure hope that's the right kind of yarn. I know it said superwash.
Then you should be fine. We can double check if you want to, though, before I leave.
So I'd be awful upset.
So have you finished any books?
Oh, yes. I've actually listened to, I'll have to get my phone.
You want me to grab it for you?
Here it is.
Oh, just joking.
That's okay, yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to bring up Goodreads just in case I forget something.
Well, some of mine are still on Audible.
Oh, okay.
I have listened. I love Audible. Oh, and this week...
I'm so glad you love it.
Yeah. Oh, no, I don't want to rate and review. I'm ready for starting anyway. Okay, this week... When I logged into, I got my email for my free credit. So when I logged in, it was, they had 3 or 4 authors. That was 2 for a credit.
I love when they do that.
So Outlander series, I got the first 4.
Wow.
So I used 2 credits. Yeah. So, but what I have been listening to is, is anybody a Rizzoli and Isles fan? I loved Rizzoli and Isles. It ended this year. It made me sad. Tess Gerritsen is the author of that series. And I listened to her Ice Cold, is the first one. I actually have never read her books, but I do love Rosalie and Niles, the TV series. And this was
So you
one.
watched the series first?
Yes, the
Oh,
series
okay.
was lasted 6 seasons.
Oh,
And
wow. I didn't realize it lasted that long.
This was the 6th and final season. And it was actually pretty good. I'd like to listen to some more of her, so I'm going to watch the Audible deal of the days. And then there was another Harlan Coben. It was Fool Me Once. That was a good one. I told him at work, I said I could not wait every day to get back in the car to listen to that book. But it is the first mystery book that I have actually. I did not like the way it ended. It ended great. She did a great thing, what she did, but I told Tim I cried most of the way home.
Aww.
And
that was called what? I'm sorry.
Fool Me Once.
By Harlan Coben?
Yes.
I've been seeing that author everywhere. Ever since you talked about it that one time, I'm always like, Mom, I saw one of their books.
This is the one that you sent me, that was that daily deal that day.
Okay.
So it's real good. And then I also, I listen and read. I'm all over the place. I do Christian nonfiction. I do Christian fiction. I do mystery. I'm all over the place with my reading, and there's a little series. It's called, the first book I think was Plain Fame. It's by Sarah Price, and it's 5 books in the series, and it is an Amish girl in New York, and a car hits her, and the guy in the car is a Cuban rap star, and it is it's a love story. Okay. And it's a great little love story, and I just listened to the 4th and 5th one of it, and it's really good. It goes back and forth a lot of things, so I finished listening to that. And I think my next one, before I get into Outlander, I think I will listen to this one next. And I've got to finish listening to Adnan's story by Rabia.
Rabia Chaudhry. I have that on there. I haven't listened to it yet, but I do have it.
I'm at the point where...
Adnan's story, of course, goes back to the first season of Serial, and Rabia is the person who brought it to Sarah's attention. I can't remember if she's a cousin or just a family friend. Okay. Yeah. Adnan, you guys know. I'm not even going to talk about it. You guys know what I'm talking about. But I just wanted to reference it. Anyway, I'm sorry.
Well, she wrote a book, and
it came out a couple months
ago. And I used last month's credit to get it. And I actually like it. There's some things in there. There's some things not only about her. It's like background of how they knew each other and that sort of thing. Some background about her on her own. And it's kind of in some technical stuff right now. And
it's not as fun.
Yeah. But it goes with the story because it's talking about, DNA and that sort of thing. It's really good. And
I'm sorry.
I'm anxious for... is he getting a new? Is it a new trial that he's getting, or?
I think so. I can't remember now. But
I can't remember either. I just know.
Or they had something recently.
Don't remember what it was. I know.
I feel bad.
I feel bad too.
I remember we're listening to Undisclosed talk about it, but I can't remember
either. I've listened to too much stuff.
I know.
Then.
I can't keep it all straight. I love true crime stuff. Oh my gosh, that's all I listen to. That's why I haven't been listening to books, because I just keep listening to that true crime podcast. I'm addicted.
I've got to start listening to that too. I've got it on there.
I finally caught up with Breakdown this week.
I saw the other day too that there's crime writers.
Yeah, new crime writers on. I can't wait to listen, but I gotta watch the documentary before I can listen to what they're talking about.
There's one.
Wow, we are all over the place.
We are all over the place. Sorry. Oh, there's The Making of a Murderer. Mm-hmm. They've got one about that.
Yeah, there's new evidence in that. Brandon Dassey is actually he's coming out of jail. He gets out of jail. I don't remember.
That's the young boy.
The young boy, like soon. So that's what they were talking about in that episode. But he gets released soon.
Okay. So I'm done with books. To read, probably going to be I Am Malayla to listen to starting this next week.
Well, I have a bunch of books that I've finished. First, I finished The Invoice by Jonas Carlson.
Oh.
I really liked this one. This was a quick little read. I got this from Blogging for Books. for free to do a review. I really liked it. It was a quick read, very interesting story. I talked a
That's
little bit
good.
about it in the last podcast. But this guy, it's about this guy, he doesn't have a name, which I find really interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And he gets a bill one day, and it's like this astronomical amount of money, and he doesn't know what it's for, and then he finds out that it's his bill for living. So, like, you're paying for the air you breathe, you're paying for sunshine, you're paying for past relationships, any happy moment, any sad moment in your life,
Wow.
like, you're paying for it. And that's what everyone's having to do. So this is the book's about him figuring out why his costs so much, and him meeting people. It's really interesting. I really liked it. And, yeah. I think I gave it... I can find out real quick. I gave it 4 stars on Goodreads. I really like this one. And then on my Kindle, I finished Wild Lake by Laura Lippman. I gave this one 3 stars. It was the summer read-along for the Crime Writers On podcast. It was really good. It was my first Laura Lippman book, and I've actually bought 2 since then. I bought one from Books A Million that was on sale, and one at the Putnam, our local library had their monthly, apparently they do a monthly sale of books, like twice read books. So I picked it up. I haven't read either of them yet. I liked Wild Lake. It was okay. It's about... Let me read you part of the thing, because I feel like I'm gonna... It's been a little bit, and I'm scared I'm gonna forget something. But basically, it is about the challenge. It challenges our notions of memory, loyalty, responsibility, and justice in this evocative and psychologically complex story about a long ago death that still haunts a family. Louisa Lou Brandt is the newly elected and first female state's attorney of Howard County, Maryland, a job in which her widower father famously served. Fiercely intelligent and ambitious, she sees an opportunity to make her name by trying a mentally disturbed drifter accused of beating a woman to death in her home. It's not the kind of case that makes headlines, but peaceful Howard County doesn't see many homicides. As Lou prepares for the trial, the case dredges up painful memories, reminding her small but tight-knit family of the night when her brother AJ saved his best friend at the cost of another man's life. Only 18, AJ was cleared by a grand jury. Now, Lou wonders if the events of 1980 happened as she remembers them, what details might have been withheld from her when she was a child. The more she learns about the case, the more questions arise. What does it mean to be a man or woman of one's times? Why do we ask our heroes of the past to conform to the present standards? Is it fair? Is it right? Propelled into the past, she discovers that the legal system, the bedrock of her entire life, does not have all the answers. Lou realizes that even if she could learn the whole truth, she probably wouldn't want to. And that sounds more interesting than I feel like the book was. I feel like it was good. Like I said, it was my first Laura Lippman book. It was good. But I don't know. Like, I didn't feel like everything came together nicely at the end for some reason for me. Personally, but I thought it was good. I thought it was interesting. I thought the writing was very good, and it just wasn't... And from other people who have read this and read other books by her, from my understanding, while it's an okay book, it's not her best books. And I think one of the ones that I got on sale is supposedly one of her best ones, so I'll read that soon when I get the chance. I also finished The Woman in Cabin 10. I read that as a physical book, and I've already given it to my sister to read. That one is by Ruth Ware, and this one is about... Let me check her... I've already forgotten her name. That's so sad. Lo Blacklock. She's a journalist who writes for a travel magazine, and she gets the opportunity to go on a cruise to write about it. The first night of the cruise, she discovers this woman next door to her, like in the cabin next to her, and she never sees her again, like that night or anything, and then she's waking up in the middle of the night because she hears what sounds like someone falling, like being pushed into the water. So the book is her trying to figure out what happened to this girl.
To the woman in 10?
No, yeah. No, you're fine. I'm just trying to remember. It's been a little while, so I'm trying to remember everything. So it's basically just about her trying to figure out what happened to the woman, and because everyone acts like there was no one there, because the person that was supposed to be there didn't show up. So it was pretty good. I gave it 3 stars. It wasn't great. You know, it's another psychological thriller, which I love. And at least, hey, it's a different setting. It's on a boat.
Yeah.
You know, so that was kind of cool. But it wasn't great. But it was good. And it was my first Ruth Ware book. She has another book called In a Dark, Dark Wood that's supposedly really good. I think I have that one on Audible. So, the next book I read was also a physical book, which I've given to my sister to read, called The Couple Next Door by Cherie Lapina. I really like the one. I gave it 3 stars, but the more I think about it, the more I like it. And what happens is it's a couple, Anna and Marco, and they're next door at a party for the husband next door, Graham's birthday. And I can't remember the lady's name, and it doesn't say in this synopsis, but it doesn't matter, I guess. Well, they have a newborn that was staying next door, and they were going every half hour to check on the newborn. Well, I guess she's not a newborn, she's maybe a year, but anyway, on their baby. And when they go home, the front door is open and the baby's gone. So the story is them trying to figure out what happened to the baby. Who took the baby? Was it, like, the detectives, like, well, did the mom accidentally kill the baby and they're pretending that it got kidnapped? And yeah, it was really good. Like, I gave it 3 stars, but the more and more I think about it, the more I like the story. The writing was okay. It's told from multiple perspectives, but not like... But it's kind of different at the same time. It's like, it'll change perspective in the chapter sometimes, but it's obvious that it's done that because, like, there's a break, and whoever the first person they mention is, like, from their perspective, and it will be continuing the story. Because a lot of times what I don't like about the change perspective is, you know, we're talking about point A over here, and when we change perspective, and it's, like, point B or something. You know, this one usually stays chronological. But it was really good. I really liked it. And that was by Cherie Lapina, and that was my first book by her. I think I've put all her books on my want to read list now. So
that sounds really good.
I have a lot to talk about. I'm so sorry. I have 2 more finished. I also recently finished The Trial of Marie Montrecourt by Kay Patrick. I read this on my Kindle. This was a free book from netgalley.com for an honest review. I have the review typed up on my blog. I'll link to it below. I'm not going to go into it really deep. I gave it 3 stars. I felt like it was okay.
Cover's pretty.
The cover's pretty. But it wasn't great. It's basically, it's 2 stories, or 2 narratives maybe would be better, that eventually become one and then separate again. So the first part is about Marie, who is an orphan, and it starts off with her leaving the covenant that she was raised in, and her starting her life in the real world, I guess we can call it. And she has some money. She doesn't know how she's getting the money. All that stuff. And then the second part is Evelyn, whose father just passed away, and it's him learning his family secrets. And eventually the 2 stories do come together, and then I don't want to say they stay together, but they kind of stay together throughout the end. Like, they stay more intertwined. It's really interesting, that part is. And, you know, like I said, it's called The Trial. The Trial is, like, the last, like, maybe 15-20% of the book, which I guess kind of makes sense. I mean, you need that background for the trial, but I don't know. I think the hardest part was, I thought she did good with the characters, and, you know, you would like some of the characters, and then you'd realize, oh, wait, that's actually a bad character. You know what I mean? So, I thought that was kind of interesting. Sorry for going off camera, but I was falling. But, like, Marie's the main character, and I didn't find her interesting, really. Like, she was at first, but then it's like, she's not her own person. But then you think about her history. You know, she grew up in a covenant without family, so maybe why would she be her own person? And she's just 18, you know, so I don't know. Like, there are some things about it that didn't meld well, but I thought it was a good book, and it was Kay Patrick's, her debut novel. I thought it was good for a debut novel, especially, so. One more. my last one, I finished reading Bryan Cranston's memoirs last night, A Life in Parts. I have posted this everywhere. I loved it. I gave it 5 stars. I think you should go read it now. I got it as a advanced reader copy from NetGalley, and I'm going to buy, when we go to Booksmillion tomorrow for Talk Club, I'm buying the physical copy. It was fantastic. Bryan Cranston's a great writer. He has a wonderful vocabulary. He's very intelligent. I was expecting it to mostly be about his acting parts, and I really only know him from Breaking Bad. I've recently watched Seinfeld, finally, and so I know him from Seinfeld now, and we started Malcolm in the Middle last night. I've never watched it. I've never been interested in it. So, I just know him from that, but it really is a life in parts. Like, each chapter, like, they're little short chapters, and they have, like, a little title, like, one will say son, and it'll talk about his parents, and one will say, like, he'll do his character names from his shows, and he'll talk about a little bit about that show or about that character. So it was really good, really well written, and I thought it was really informative, and he told a lot of stuff about himself that I felt like he was really honest. And even if, like, you don't know who he is or, like, watch his shows or movies or whatever, I still think you'd enjoy it.
Oh, okay.
And I think that's what's important for a celebrity memoir, because I just like to read celebrity memoirs. Like, I bought Molly Ringwald's on Kindle the other day because it was like $1.
Oh, really?
Yeah, which I like Molly Ringwald's, so that's fine, but and I'll link to it if it's still on sale in the show notes.
I think When the Light Gets In, Losing My Mother Only to Find Her Again by Kimberly Williams Paisley. She is the girl that played the daughter on the Steve Martin, Father of the Bride.
I was gonna say, she looks familiar, but I couldn't place
Yeah,
her.
and she's married to Brad Paisley. I had thought about getting that one. It's such a good price.
Yes, it's $1.
So just $1.95. So anybody that does Audible that won't hear this today, because we probably won't get it up till tomorrow, but still, that's all right. At least it's a tip if you do Audible and you don't do the Audible deal of the day.
I always check it, because you never know.
You never know. But I think I am going to get that one since it's only $1.95.
But that's all I have finished. Like I said, that Bryan Cranston book, like, go get it now. Like,
oh, I love your phones. I love your...
Oh, my phone. Oh. I don't know if you guys can see it. I have... My goodness.
My favorite. I may just watch that this afternoon.
I have the Sanderson Sisters on my background for my phone.
Yeah, Hocus Pocus.
I needed it to be Halloween-y.
Yes. Hocus Pocus. I think that's what I will do this afternoon instead of going
That's a good plan. So what are you currently reading?
I actually just finished the Amish one last night, so...
You haven't started one yet?
Haven't started one yet.
Okay. Well, I am also reading on my Kindle Don't Tell Anyone, A Mystery by Eleanor Gray. I just started it. I'm about 5 chapters in. So I'm going to read the book description real quick, since I don't really know that much about it. It says, art historian Grace Neville watches Jordan Dukes sentenced for the murder of her teenage daughter Tara. A few days later, as she attempts to come to terms with her loss, she receives a visit from Jordan's father, Alan, who claims that his son is innocent and that a grave miscarriage of justice has taken place. Jordan's violent history and a notorious gang, plus the fact that he doesn't have an alibi, makes Alan's story a hard sell until someone breaks into Grace's home and goes through Tara's belongings. In Don't Tell Anyone, Eleanor Gray explores the relationship between a mother and her daughter, the secrets that drive Grace to start asking questions before it's too late. I thought it sounded interesting. I got it from NetGalley for a review.
It does sound interesting.
The proof that I'm reading is not great. I don't expect them to be great, but this one is, there's no breaks, like it just says like 5, and then it will go, and then there's some like weird breaks, like a paragraph, like there'll be a break between the paragraphs. So that's kind of jarring at first, but and the writing style is it's one of those things where it's like, I'm not sure if the writing style was hard to get into, or if it's because I just went from like a memoir to this, so the writing style is just completely different. Yeah. If that's why it took me a minute to get into it. But it's pretty good so far. They just had the trial. So like I said, I'm just barely into it. And I'll be honest, the reason I picked it is because, well, it was in the thrillers, and then it said art historian, and I went, yep, I'll read anything if someone is involved in art in some way. It's not even, I know it's not even going to come in this book at all, except for the fact that that's her job. But still, I was like, yeah, let's read that one. And then my last one, I just started this one called The Lesser Bohemians. I do not know how to pronounce her name. I got this one from
Amir, maybe?
Amir. I don't know. It looks pretty. Amir McBride. I got this from Blogging for Books, and this one is going to take me a while to read. I can already tell it's written in prose, which I love the idea of, but it's hard to get sucked in, for me to get sucked in to it. So I've read very little, but I do want to show my Tim Gunn bookmark that Daniela Caffeinated Gert made for me.
That's cute.
She got a laminator, and she wanted to laminate everything, so. But it's interesting so far. I thought I'll read another synopsis real quick. I'm going to skip the part where it talks about her other novel. And in The Lesser Bohemians, an 18-year-old Irish girl arrives in London to study theater and is instantly enthralled with the energy of the city, the lights of the stage, and the potential romance that each new encounter holds. Her life is a blur of classes and nights out drinking with friends. One evening at a pub, she meets an older man, a well-known actor whose age and theater fame put him seemingly beyond her reach. But surprisingly, what begins as an innocent flirtation quickly develops into an intense and headlong romance. She discovers that despite his apparently glamorous career, he struggles with more than a few demons, and soon they are each forced to face up to the darkness of their past. And I love the cover.
I like the cover,
and then
too.
It's
cool.
textured, too, which I really like.
Oh, it is, isn't it?
So, like, I just like to pet it. So this one will take me a little bit longer just because I know I won't be able to completely get into it, but I am excited to read it, and I want to read her other book, too. Her other book is called A Girl is a Half-Formed Thing, which there was a Kindle deal for that recently, so I went ahead and got it. It's like Kindle knows when I'm, like, doing stuff, and they're like, oh, you're reading that book? Well,
here's the other one.
Here's her other book, if you want to go ahead and get it, so. I think this one will be really interesting, though. But like I said, I just don't read prose. I like that. I like the idea of it. I think it's really pretty. Like, I've read 8 pages. Oh wow, that's so sad. I've read 8 pages, and it's really pretty, and I'm able to follow along, but I can't get sucked in yet.
Well, maybe it's soon, and then maybe it is because you did listen to his. I mean, you finished reading his book, which is totally different.
Well, I took a break before I started this one. That the other one that I just talked about, like, I picked it up immediately.
Oh, okay.
This one I took a little, like, it was like the next day, so it wasn't like a super long break, but it's just prose is different. It's like you're reading poetry, basically. So it's interesting. I've tried it in the past, and like I said, I like the idea of it, but it's just hard for me to get into. But I think it will be a really nice story, and I think it'll be a nice change for me. But that's all I have for books. You forgot to show.
I did forget to show.
Our friend Deborah has a new pattern, and I'll get it on my phone so we can show you guys.
And she gifted it to me for my birthday. So sweet of her. She's awesome, a sweet lady.
We love her. She's Oblivious Knits.
And it calls for 3 colors. And I had in my stash, I had a couple of plucky Primo fingerings.
That we got.
That I had gotten somewhere.
Last year at Stitches.
Maybe. So I have No, I think I ordered these.
Oh, did you order those? Okay.
Yeah, when they did an update.
That's right, yes. You got different colors at Stitches last year.
Crumpet and corduroy. And I wanted something to go with it for the third color. And I was looking at other things, and I thought, oh, rust would be really pretty. So I found this from Miss Babs, and it's not...
We thought it was going to be more orange.
More orange. Its color is paprika. And I just thought it would be. But actually, when you put the 3 together, it's gorgeous. So that will be my shawl colors. And Allie's got the pattern.
It's called... Ooh, let's get in the window. Hello. All right. There you go. Better. You can see our reflection, but you at least see the shawl. Let's go this way. There we go. It's called the Marshall shawl?
Yes.
Very, very pretty. Do you know which order you want to do?
I don't.
We'll have to play around with
We'll have to play around with it. I kind of like the corduroy and then the rust and then the green. Mm-hmm. But then I might decide to... I don't know that I like the green in the middle. I think I like that. So we'll play around with it and see. So
she just released that in September, so not that long ago, and it's 628 yards with fingering weight, and like Mom said, it's 3 colors. Very, very pretty short row garter stitch.
Yeah.
I think it'll be
That may
really
be
pretty.
my, we get off the week between Christmas and New Year's.
Mm-hmm. We usually do too.
And I
I'll
have
be
actually...
curious to see how different it will be this year because Christmas is on a weekend.
On a weekend. So I have taken off Thursday and Friday before. And I'm off the whole next week, and then we get the Monday of the next week, so it's like 12 days.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that is going to be my holiday break knitting. Plus, I want to have a toe-up sock class.
Yes, we will do that.
We will do. That'll be a good day for that.
Yes.
So, but I don't have any.
I'm so sorry.
We beat you on the back?
No, I'd rather you didn't. But thank you for asking.
Thank you for that.
That's all I have written down. So I guess
that's it.
Thank you guys for joining us. We will hopefully be back in 2 weeks.
Yes.
We are going to Fiber of the Borough next week, and people did say that they liked our road trip, so we might record. We're not sure how we're getting there.
Yeah,
there's
we
a
don't
bunch
know.
of us in
Yes.
Cookville going. And so I don't want to promise a recording and then us be in a car with people and they don't want to
record.
They don't want to be on camera. So we're going to see. We might do that. We might not. It'll just kind of depend on what happens. But we definitely... Well, we should be able to record in 2 weeks, right?
We should. That's the 29th. If Katie can. I'm supposed to get my hair done that week. My roots are going to be really, really, really knitted by then. And you know what? If she could do my hair and us get done in time, we might take a short fall drive.
Okay.
And do it on the road.
Right, just drive around. So we'll see.
Go see pretty things.
We got lots of compliments for the road trip. Everyone said they
that
liked
was
going
so fun
with us on the trip, and I thought it was fun too. So we're going to try and do that more often. And yeah, maybe if nothing else, maybe we just drive. We might just wait and drive around.
Do a fall trip
because we have
go see the pretty leaves because they should be really pretty in 2 weeks.
We live in Tennessee. Tennessee's really pretty in the fall. So yeah. Well, like I said, I'm Allie. You can find me online as Crafty Allie.
And I'm Vicki. You can find me online as Nitty Vicki.
You can find the podcast on Instagram, Knit the Books, one word. You can find the blog, knitthebooks.blogspot.com, where we keep the show notes. We're on YouTube, obviously, because you're most likely watching us on YouTube, as Knit the Books. And you can find our Ravelry group as Knit the Books on Ravelry.
That's right. So thank you so much for watching. We love doing it.
Yes, thank you guys so much. And again, just going to throw it out there one more time. Hats for Kiddos, November 3rd. I need them. For prizes.
Kids that appreciate
for prizes. Them. If you don't care about prizes and you just want them to be late, that's fine. Just let me know. Yeah, I think that's it. If you have any questions, just let us know. Thanks, guys. Love you.
Thanks. Love you. Bye.